Okay, time to begin. Welcome to the stream. More stuff from Ennio Morricone. That, like I said, was last time I streamed. I've been watching rather a lot of Sergio Leone movies, and yeah, that one was in the good, the bad, and the ugly. Good track, good stuff. Anyway, again, what we're going to be doing has nothing to do with westerns. We're going to be doing more spooky games. Yesterday I did Layers of Fear, ended up being rather short, and I did the whole campaign, and yeah, it was alright. It's interesting. I got another game here, another indie game, Conarium, that came out a few months ago, and I've been waiting for the right time to play it. And besides, it was a little cheaper because it was on sale because of the Halloween sale. So I figured it was a good time to pick it up, play it today of all days. Seemed like the best time. So let's go ahead and get right into it. One thing I do need to do is switch over, and there we go. So hopefully volume's good, everything is decent. I'm going to just kind of switch things around here. You're gonna hear the audio cut in and out while I take a look and make sure everything is looking all right. I think we're good. My stream is on a little bit of a delay, but it seems to be okay. Okay. So I should be all set to go. I don't think we need to do anything else. I already did my screen region adjusting. Make sure like subtitles and everything's on. Okay. Cool. We're good. Let's get right into it. Check it out. This is a Lovecraft-inspired game, inspired by the works of H.P. Lovecraft, and in fact, it is supposed to take place after one of his novels, At the Mountains of Madness. It's sort of a, I don't know how deep into the future it is past that, but yeah, a bit of a sequel, so it should be interesting. And that's about all I know about this game. I really haven't looked too much into it. Haven't seen anybody stream it yet. I know of someone that streamed it.
All life is only a set of pictures in the brain, among which there is no difference betwixt those born of real things and those born of inward dreamings.
And that's about it. So, we're going in blind. And here we are. So I don't know what this game is going to be like, again, and I'm not too sure if this is just going to be a one-off thing or if I'm going to actually finish this. I'm probably not going to finish this today like I did Layers of Fear last time. I hear this game is a bit longer than some of those other horror indie games. So this, if I do decide to finish this, it might be in multiple parts. But let's explore, let's find out.
No more can we harbor ourselves on the safest shores, for there are things that cannot be undone.
Dr. Faust, is that you?
Huh? He's a zombie. Oh.
Oh, my head. The pain. It is unbearable.
Ow.
Lost. The pain is subsiding. I thought my head was about to explode.
Not for me, it isn't. Those heartbeats. Okay, so we can interact with the environment, much like Layers of Fear, but it doesn't seem like there's physics. It's just click. We don't have to drag it out or anything. Kinda trying to get over a headache at the moment, so hopefully stuff won't be like too loud. Oh boy, gonna have some big documents here, aren't we? Observation notes, fourth initiation session. All participants consumed the Versailles mixture. I don't know what that is. I don't know how to pronounce that. 5 minutes ago, they were in some kind of altered state of consciousness. All of them are now vaguely mumbling in their sleep, like they are chanting something. But the sounds are not conscious. They seem restless. I detect movements in their limbs, and as always, I wonder if it is because of something they are actually seeing beyond. 7:15 p.m. As always, the device is humming and glowing, but this time the atmosphere is different to the previous sessions. Whatever the reason for this might be, it feels almost like the fantastic device is signaling something in a code I don't recognize. It is becoming more and more stressful to be alone here, in the midst of this cold, dim, incense-filled room. 7:19 p.m. It doesn't really let up between intervals, does he? Sounds to me like the intensity of the subject's mumbling is much stronger now. Colors and shades are dancing on the walls with the rhythmic ins and outs of the device. I can hear the wind howling outside. Maybe a snowstorm is approaching, or something even worse. 7:24 p.m. Exactly 5 minutes and 3 seconds have passed now. They have drifted beyond my area of expertise and guidance. I cannot do anything further except wish for their safe return. Interesting. So that took them to a plane beyond.
It's too dark. To be safe, I better find a light source.
Just grab the lamp. Could drag it over a little bit.
This device, its noises are resonating in my mind.
Okay. So, hold on a sec. Let me check something here. Okay, basically just checking the volume. I think we are good. So, a light source. Let's see. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was some form of projector or an actual flashlight. Or torch, I suppose. They are English sounding. Antediluvian shamanism. Interesting. But not interesting enough to read. Let's close that up. So I'm sure we're in some sort of Arctic tundra.
Hello? Anybody here? Where is everybody? Locked. Looks like we're having a power problem right now.
Ooh, I do hope this is like The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing, that is. Not the remake or the weird 50s movie.
It's locked.
Locked? Oh, what do you know? These look like breakers. Auxiliary power needs to be enabled manually from outside. Okay. Ah. It does it in text. If you look at it, or if you click it a secondary time. Stop those bloody sessions. I like. Is it fold? It's not folding. It's actually clipping through. Oh man, that's weird. Yeah, it doesn't have like its own instance. It's you're actually looking at it in world, but it clips through the board on the back. Okay, Supervisor John DeWitt. Due date explanations. None. Attention crew members who are having problems sleeping. Examinations conducted regarding the increase of accidents recently led me to believe that there's a reason behind them. Or that the reason behind them is some kind of intense cabin fever. Symptoms for the problem are insomnia, severe headaches, seeing visions, or hearing voices. Crew members who are suffering from the above symptoms are required to refer to me personally for a thorough checkup. This will also be the main topic of the general meeting that will be held tomorrow after lunch. The issue poses a serious problem regarding safety at work, so it must be taken heed of soberly. Medical practitioner sign. Supervisor Nikolai Hansen, expected snowstorm is the explanation for the weather notice. A snowstorm expected to hit for the next 2 weeks is of the utmost importance to take... It is of the utmost importance to take all cautionary measures and inform all responsible personnel when going outside. Please be aware that the radio connection between the base and the ship may not be available during this period. Sign. Aha. Somebody seems to have left a goo trail back here. Or was that snow? I couldn't tell. Didn't look good either way. Okay, are we gonna have some sort of hypothermia meter? Yeah, so, as expected. Being at the Mountains of Madness and all. This is a little bit like The Thing. But yeah, Arctic tundra.
My mind is cloudy. All I can remember is the successful establishment of the Upper Antarctic base. And after that, nothing is clear in my mind.
I wonder if we should even bother looking around for anything of use. I don't know to what extent this game is going to require thorough investigation. Probably a lot in certain places, but... Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. I was like, if we push it enough, will it just burst open, or... What is this, a generator? Oh, it requires fuel. Okay. Okay, time to look for some fuel. Ooh, tape. Yeah, I'll take that.
Locked.
So, one sec. Okay. That ought to do. Ah. It was right in front of me the whole time. Well, Jerry can, but is it full? Do we have an inventory? Why don't I take a look at the controls? That might be a good idea. Toggle crouch run, toggle torch, journal tab, toggle equip, inventory space. That's interesting. A hand? What? Oh, okay. Oh, it's a glove. I see, I see. Strange device was on my left arm when I came around inside the meeting room of the Upu Out Antarctic base. Cams is no surprise that I don't remember anything about it. Okay, it is full. Interesting. Can we, do we need to equip it? Let's see. Maybe not. Let's just try it. There we go. Easy enough. Oh, and we had to take... I didn't even know that that was a thing that was required. There you go. Okay, let's give this a try. Sounds good. Just gonna do a quick check here and make sure we're good to go. All right. I don't know how many buildings there are in this little area. Looks like there's some sort of observation deck there. But we've got the generator room. And the main building. Okay. I think we're good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that? What was that emblem on the door? Seemed like it might have needed investigating. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if, I guess they're all green, so that's probably okay. We don't need to do anything with the breakers. A shadow man.
What was that?
I don't know, but we should investigate. And look in everyone's locker first.
It's locked.
Nikolai Gogol, the portrait. You don't want to read it? Alright.
If his coat is just right here, where is he now?
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people had coats. Was it, did it specifically belong to the ghost man? Oh, radio. What the? Whoa! Ho, ho, ho. Physics! I don't know that I was supposed to do that. What are they?
If his coat is just right here, where is he now? It's locked.
You know what? I don't know how extensive these areas are gonna be, but I think I'm gonna leave stuff that I opened, so I know that I've already looked in them. What is this? Private rooms? Oh, okay. These are like the bedrooms.
Locked.
Everyone's so secretive. Oh, no, I don't need to look at that. What was crouch again? Hold on. It is control. Oh, you know what? I was hitting alt. Unusual readings, Captain. I'm detecting a signature of tachyon emissions.
It's stuck.
What the hell is it? Okay, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this, but, hidden planets of great antiquity, or plants, rather. It's a little dark. Oh, okay, I guess we took that. We obtained a trophy item, I see. Okay. Is that accessible through here? Oh, it is. Left control. Let's see. Curious book that explores some of the cryptic myths, either apparent or lying hidden in the long history of our planet. Aha. Fascinating.
Locked.
Did I lock my door? I don't remember where my keys are.
Oh, Frank. You're so absent-minded. Should take the other flashlight, you never know. Might come in handy. Oh, these are like the shit rooms, I guess. the guest bedrooms. These are the ones where people have to bunk with each other. Okay, yeah, we don't want pictures of children, no thanks. Whoa, what is that? One of the composite sculptures we've come across during our initial field trips. It has an open third eye on its forehead as well as inside its hand, which I think indicates some kind of state of knowing, because allusions to knowledge and elder things recur all the time in almost every bas-relief we've discovered so far. All this leads me to believe that these creatures are inhabiting those halls, or those creatures inhabiting those halls have acquired some kind of knowledge from the elder things, fabled creatures of primal myths. Ooh, I like that. Several other examples of composite sculptures ranging from humanoid to reptilian in shape. They're mostly damaged and generally in really bad shape. Lost parts were completed by the artist's imagination. Interesting. The abundance of five-pointed shapes seen in the design of the structures we've come across cannot be overlooked. In addition, most of the elegant figures adorning and staring silently from above, most of the gigantic gateways are reptilian in shape. It just keeps getting better and better. This grotesque masonry caused an uproar with the countenance it wore on its reptilian face when we first found it residing within the almost substantial darkness of the cave where it had been carved in aeons past. Some of the crew even claimed that they had heard some muffled laughing sounds coming from within it. The pine cone was... it was guarding, or hiding. A pine cone, what? With its humanoid hands has some symbols carved into it which we are yet to decipher. That's a pine cone? Looks like a very rigid football. Yeah, let's take that, sure. Any other fascinating oddities we'd find? Hey, a key. John DeWitt. Or Johann. We're just like rifling through everyone else's personal things. But I suppose no one is here, right? So that's cool, yeah. Why is this one in the drawer? Bad memories? The hell is that? Oh, okay, here we go. I'm inclined more towards the notion of our nocturnal visions are not just faint and fantastic reflections of our waking experiences. Every time I pass into a state of dormancy, somehow I can explore while I am dreaming the vistas of grandeur, an alien prospect and unnatural disposition, so vividly expressing the outer extent of this world I have yet to discover. If only I was endowed with the artistic skill to describe my visions. All I know is that all this became evident after the Conarium sessions had started. Even though I am not one of the participants, I am somehow affected. I feel I am absorbed, while in an unconscious state, into the oblivion crossing the line beyond the wall of sleep. Al Ferguson. So I'm guessing that weird device that we woke up to is the Conarium.
Locked.
It takes us into a magical land. Okay. I don't recall Johann having a room over here, but let's take a look at the names. James, Dr. Faust. I wouldn't be able to use it on there, right?
Door? I don't remember where my keys are.
So, were there names above these doors? No, I guess not. We have Johann's key, but I don't know where his door is, or are these lockers? Okay. Yeah, the lockers have locks on them as opposed to combinations. But a note about a mental problem. Interesting. Oh god. These go pretty in-depth, don't they? I've noticed a very curious and dangerous development in the psychological condition of the whole crew that compels me to record this note as an initial diagnosis report. The problem is especially intense for three subjects: Dr. Barlow, Dr. Anderson, and Frank Gilman. Hey, I think that's me. Whom I have been inspecting closely since the onset of their psychological degradation. During the past 2 nights, the aforementioned subjects awoke, screaming in their beds, thus affecting and demoralizing all the crew members. When I spoke to them personally, I noticed some serious deviations in their behavior patterns. As time progressed, I noted deep changes in their mental conditions. When really pushed, they clearly started to behave like someone else, which led me to believe I was facing some sort of multiple personality disorder, but it is too early to draw any conclusions. Other subjects are not too far a cry from their normal personalities, but the difference is, of course, obvious. Their condition is getting worse day by day, and a serious medical examination is needed to be carried out on everybody displaying such symptoms. I informed Dr. Faust and warned him about the consequences. He looked worried, but nevertheless hasn't mentioned it to me since. With the weather conditions we have been having lately, it seems extremely unlikely that we will receive professional help from the outside world or will be able to send anybody away for a thorough medical examination, which is the only sane thing to do under the circumstances.
If his coat is just right here, where is he now?
Okay. Well, we found that out, I suppose. Is there anything else we can explore? Maybe some of the electronic doors are open now? Hold on. Somebody appears to have dropped their flashlight. Oh, okay. Well, there's a shock hazard there. Maybe we don't want to investigate quite yet.
It smells awful in here.
It's the kitchen. It's gotta smell good.
It's stuck.
Okay, let's go back to the infirmary and see if... What is this? Apparently nothing. That's alright. Johan DeWitt, Upuaut, Antarctic Expedition. Psychoactive plants, Sahati, and Diversahe. Oh, we can't take that? Alright. Dr. Wick's medical records 2. All members awakened without any problem except for Frank Gilman. All of a sudden, his heart ceased beating around 1:45 a.m. He was extremely cold and there was no detectable pulse. While I was preparing to perform cardiac compression, he momentarily opened his eyes. I'm not sure how much time passed since his heart failed to beat, but it can't have been more than 5 minutes. And then came the event that shook us all. Cause was the very words Frank uttered directly to Dr. Faust right after he awakened. I don't know how to explain it because his voice was muffled and almost indiscernible, but I am convinced that the voice I heard did not belong to Frank. As a medical doctor, I can say that this is not completely impossible for someone in his condition, but there was something wrong with what I heard. It was a sound that no human vocal cords could produce. Interesting. I'm inclined more towards the notion that our nocturnal visions are not just fantastic. Okay, we read that one. All right, we've just been reading. We've been getting the pages out of order. I see. Makes sense. Okay. There's a lot of pills here. I guess I can't do anything with that. A little dark. Okay, here we go. Upuaut, Antarctic Expedition, Statement of Consent. By signing this document, you are agreeing to terms written below. False statements made knowing that the clerk consent perform daily duties based on my ability. Judgment Expedition, Antarctic Faust. Participate in serious medical sessions. Antarctic base. It's like a disclaimer, so I don't know that I really want to read all this. Risks of participating in the aforementioned medical sessions have been fully explained to me. Any questions I have regarding this procedure, why it is necessary, its benefits and risks have been answered to my satisfaction. I therefore give my informed consent to perform the procedure. Okay, yeah, whatever. Nothing quite that detailed in there. Oops, I keep hitting right click to zoom in, which is something that was in Layers of Fear I played yesterday, not this game.
It's stuck.
Maybe if we keep hitting it.
It's stuck.
I like how it Okay, it almost seemed like it was opening less when I was trying to force it open. Oh, yeah. I was seeing maybe the door's over here. Yeah, there's these bags here. I don't know what that's all about, but that doesn't look good. Okay, we had like a storeroom or something over here. Yeah, storage.
Locked.
Well, fine. I didn't want to look in there anyway. What is this shit? Like, what time period are we in? It seems like there's like a mix of like early 1900s and somewhat modern day technology. Going down. Not even sure why we're down here, but it seemed like there wasn't too many other options we could explore at the moment. Interesting. So we've created some sort of arboretum down here. What? Glossopteris? Scientific name for something? The tree?
It's stuck.
Yeah, that seems to be how most things are going, yeah. What the hell? Oh, I like the look of that. Read the description. Statue beautifully carved from blue crystal. It depicts a humanoid figure sitting at a meditative posture. Most striking feature of the carving is its octopian mask it wears on its face. I don't know that it's a mask. But sure, we'll go with that. That is beautiful. Never heard of the term octopian either.
It's stuck.
He even sounded a little disgruntled with that one.
It won't open.
It's stuck. Oh no, somebody left the fridge open. How could you? Those mushroom samples are going to burst. Oh wait. What is this? Found a phonograph cylinder. Okay. Oh, is it for this?
Unfortunately, one of our researchers, C. Lenning, was found dead in the biolab last Tuesday. Cause of death is currently uncertain, but judging by the accumulation of a mass of green substance found in his mouth and throat area, Dr. Barlow, our botany expert, thinks that Lenning was smothered by small, sticky greenish clumps that look like pollen, belonging to the living samples of the plant Tahiti, which is thought to have become extinct during the Paleozoic era. Dr. DeWitt will perform a post-mortem examination on his body soon.
In the throat, eh? Or perhaps he was filleting a plant or something. Sounds a bit like a hot mess.
Locked.
No. I like the look of a lot of this stuff. It's kind of hard to distinguish stuff from like crates and whatnot, but it has that
It's stuck.
that sort of 50s Art Deco look. Uh-oh. Our Shadow Man is back. Where are you leading me? But yeah, that Art Deco look where there's a lot of it's uniformity and it's rounded. It's probably the biggest feature. So everything is perfectly mirrored.
I need something to get this elevator to work.
Alright, alright. We'll go look for something, I suppose.
It's stuck.
Wonder if we missed anything in here. Let's see, let's see. Not really, huh? Well, a testament to modern ingenuity. It's impressive they got a tree to grow down here in Antarctica. I wonder if anyone's attempted that before.
What?
This stuff seems like it's important since it's opened, but maybe the important thing has already been removed, who knows? Oh wait, what's this? About the origin of Conarium, Dr. Faust is tight-lipped about how he came up with the strange exploration device he built long ago. The only thing he has told me is that he came across some shunned and forbidden volumes about a device of extraterrestrial origin. But again, these sources do not hint that they existed on Earth except the dreams of those who like to chew a certain alkaloidal herb. Sessions we hold in the meeting room to adapt our nervous systems to the alien impulses of the machine were frightening at first. If used too much, it affects the body. Oh, okay, that wasn't a comma. If used too much, this affects the body to the breaking point. But now I'm used to its non-human sensations. I've started to feel like the device is clearing my mind to make it absorb much more than ever before. I feel unconfined and much more receptive. But the most peculiar aspect of the sessions are that because it is a shared experience, I am able to receive impressions, ideas, and even memories which belong to other participants. It's the Inception machine. Usually my mind wanders after the sessions end, and I cannot focus my thoughts until I've slept for several hours. Its strange device surely disorients feelings and bodily functions, but I believe that what it offers is of immense importance. I do too. Maybe we should have looked a little closer at the Conarium device. I feel like it begged some a little further looking into. Whoa. There's a problem with one of the freezers. I've labeled it. It must be checked immediately. What? Cat, what are you doing here? Why did it look like he had like 7 limbs? Ah, Egypt. Yes. The great alien landing site. New campsite was established, waiting for new samples. So what tells all this crap? Guess these are the new samples. Are they alien plants? You never know, my map might come in handy. What are you doing, cat? Why did you turn the light on, too? I know that light was off. Has anything changed here? Did the cat bring any materials for me? I'll take that as a no. Okay. Oh wait, what's this? Expedition Handbook. Dark Expedition, Derby Pickman, Schneider Foundation, 48 to 49. So is that the time period this takes place in? I guess it explains the Art Deco look. Oh, I didn't even realize there was a note here. Link elevator has been set up. I can now reach both the tower bottom levels below the base. Camp equipment and parts of portable submarines being transported to the first campsite. Tower base cavern entrance. Link elevator has been set up. Can now reach both the tower and the bottom levels below the base. Okay. Fascinating. We still need a key to turn it, though. That doesn't necessarily give me any information on that.
It's stuck.
And what was this? Oh, the locked door? I'm surprised I looked over all this stuff. Temple, flood caves, base. Provisional camp equipment was deployed to the underground caverns below the base without any problem. Submarines also working great. They're fast and maneuverable beyond my predictions. We've started exploring some parts of the underwater passage, but it's slow going. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe I missed something in the upper level. So we'll go back for now. I might have, because there was a couple of electronic doors that were still locked. Or that were previously locked that I don't think I checked when we turned on the generator. So maybe we'll find something else. Who knows?
Locked.
A little smoky in here. Seems a bit odd for a Antarctic place. Oh, hey, we never looked at this stuff, I don't think. Oh, wait. No, we got the weather notice, but like this, I don't remember seeing this. Expedition Wheeler Pequod. Yes. The 5 points. Oh, that looks fun. I want to see, like, this stuff. Like, this is cool. This reminds me of, like, the thing, like I was talking about earlier. But I want to see the weird, like, messed up sculptures and statues and whatever else. Familiar visits in the lower chambers once more in the form of a black cat. Its spectral image echoes throughout the 7 rooms. But what sin called it out from its hollow, looming dim and ghost-like? What sin called it out from its hollow, looming, dim, and ghostland? Well, this is a weird sentence, I think. Okay, yeah, we never went upstairs, so let's take a look. What's going on in here? Oh, we can't take that? Like, I thought every time I see goggles, I'm like, why don't we take that? Also, the flashlight is, like, intense. I mean, it's neat that it has an effect, but, like, look at it, how it reflects. Jesus. Oh, binoculars. That could come in handy. You don't want to take that? Come on. Live a little. Found Hansen's notes one. 1949. Let's see. 5749. For a while, my nights have been plagued by bizarre nightmares wherein I have been talking to an unsubstantial figure. When I wake up every morning, I fail to remember either his visage or the content of the dialogue, only his silhouette. Talking in a somber tone, these nightmares keep me from sleeping comfortably, the kind of sleep I'm longing for. I haven't mentioned this to anybody yet, but I am feeling a constant urge to do so, as if my well-being is in the balance. It would be most illogical, but to consult with Dr. DeWitt about this. Yeah, you never know. Might have something for you. That looks interesting. Why don't we take that? tape recorder or something. I don't know. Oh, hey, another audio log.
This is Upuat Expedition Base. Pequod, please come in. I repeat, this is Upuat Expedition Base. Pequod, do you hear me? If there is someone who can hear me, please, come in.
Nothing.
Some electrical condition in the disturbed air seems to prevent communication.
Okay. Before I read those notes, give me just a sec. I need to grab some Advil or something. Okay, sorry about that. Like I said earlier, I have a headache, but it seems to be getting worse as opposed to just staying as is. Okay, so let's take a look at this Morse code table. There's Morse corresponding Morse code. This is below. Okay. Hopefully, I don't have to do anything with that. It's the tap code from Metal Gear 2 all over again. That might be in and about the area that we're in. So, did we take a look at everything here? I think we're probably good. Okay, but now that gets me worried because I don't know if there's any other doors that we have yet to look at. Let's go back closer to the device. See if there's anything back here. It still looks weird. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we saw that in somebody's room. Maybe we need to unlock whatever's in that box.
This device, its noises are resonating in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna look through there. I'm gonna see if I can somehow match that up to the thing I found in the room. Let's have a look. That's way too fast. No. I mean, maybe it's supposed to be fast. I'm not too sure. I don't even know what this thing is. That looks kind of close, right? To the one in the office area. Guess it didn't do jack shit. All right. Is there any other things I can mess with? Oh, okay. Fine. It's begun talking to me. Hello? It's not good enough, eh? Maybe they both need to be green? Or am I reading too deep into this? I feel like it's like a combination lock, and you have to get both of them right, maybe? But I would not know the abouts of where it's supposed to be at. Let's get it nice and wide. Okay, yeah, this is pretty much, I mean, this is just like a stab in the dark. Okay. I don't know. Maybe there's another one of those things somewhere that we could use for reference. Or maybe there's something to do with the other one. Not really, huh? Let me check up here real quick. I don't like how the doors like close automatically. Sometimes it makes me think that I haven't been to certain places. Yeah, this is all the same. I'm surprised I can't interact with that either, considering that there was a recorded message in the one we found in the other area. Okay, I don't know. Storage infirmary elevator. Because it feels like I've looked at pretty much everything else. But...
It's stuck.
Oh yeah, that one. I don't know, maybe we could look outside? Could be a thing. I just want to double check on everything else. Cause, I mean, there was a number of things that I missed. Surprisingly. Usually I'm pretty thorough when it comes to this kind of stuff. Okay, maybe we go back down real quick. Let's see. Oh, we can skip it, nice. Be a little bit more expedient, I suppose. And it even opens the door for you. How nice is that? There's something to do with that cat. I'm on to you. Oh, wait, no. There really was no purpose to the cat aside from like a light spook. Huh. Is there any other way we could get in here? Biolab 2. What's this cable? Oh, okay. Maybe that has no pertinence to anything. Yeah, they just seem to go to the lights, I guess. Oh, hey, what's this?
I need something to get it open.
Do we not? We have our thing.
Okay, I need something to get it open.
That's not good enough? Okay, put it away, that's annoying. What are you coughing for? What's going on, my man? Standard walkie-talkie. Okay. Something to get it open, though. I haven't come across anything. Well, I don't know. It kind of looks like... I was thinking, you know, like a crowbar or something, but it looks like something fits in there. Which is... It's a bit discouraging considering I haven't seen anything like that, but you never know. Maybe I missed something along the way. I mean, clearly I missed the container. It's a pretty big thing to miss, but, am I enjoying this game? I just started it. I really like the look of it. Also, welcome back, Retro Jim. There hasn't been too much going on. It's not as linear as, say, Layers of Fear, which I was doing yesterday. It's a little bit more open. It's a little more vague. Less direct. So, I mean, I appreciate those attributes to a point. I just don't want it to be a problem where I get stuck. And I haven't really gotten stuck yet. But I could change my opinion on that pretty quick here. So far, so good, though. God damn it. Maybe there's another one somewhere? I could try it a couple more times.
It won't open. It's stuck.
Alright. There was a door that was stuck earlier that I managed to open by just, like, repeatedly clicking it. Well, let me check the entrance here, see if there's anything. Okay. Now I'm close to checking outside to see if there's another, like, building that we can walk into or something. I might just do that. In the preview pictures for this game, it shows the player wielding a hatchet. So I'm wondering if there's a hatchet somewhere. I would not know where to find it, though. What's that? Oh, it's just shadows. Let me just double check back here real quick. Be thorough before we do anything too drastic.
What was the need for such security measures?
I know, right? We're just a bunch of scientists doing, like, weird things with alien artifacts. That's doesn't, require so much security. Okay. We might go look outside. Am I on a spaceship? No, this is a scientific research facility. We are in Antarctica currently. But, like I was talking about it yesterday, this is a Lovecraft-inspired game, so it has a certain antiquity to it. This takes place, I believe, in the 50s or the late 40s at the very least. I should say the very earliest. So everything kind of has like an Art Deco look to it, which was a style that wasn't necessarily implemented to the fullest extent in about, the 40s and 50s, but it did have an impression on some American architecture. And I suppose like cars and stuff. There's a certain design aspect. We never found a key for the room.
Lock my door? I don't remember where my keys are.
Maybe he's not, what's his name? Maybe he's not Frank at all. Do we ever think of that? Oh, we never looked at this stuff. What the hell? Oh, okay. Generate voice output as speakers. So is there a head in there? I think there is. Ooh, that'd be interesting. I want there to be a disembodied head. Generate voice is outputted to speakers. Incoming power needs to be regulated. Main feed output backside. Auditory and visual data are fed by the main system by primary filters. Is it really possible to feed the machine with an actual brain? Ancient sources speak too secretively about this, based on the writings of R. Bacon and Wolfgang von Kempelen. I will try to improve the machine. Fascinating. I wonder though if there's any like hints on here as to what to get the frequency at. 3.8 light equation, photoreceptors light servomotors. So are we creating artificial life or what is this? 5/2/1949, 9:15 p.m. After our haphazard and momentary aerial exploration of the unholy, utterly alien cyclopean maze of square, curved and angled blocks, we could detect most of the locations revealed by the previous Miskatonic University expedition leader, the Professor Emeritus William Dyer. But what we are looking for is not there. Inside the haunted Shoggoth ruins. Oh, this is like deep in Lovecraft lore. According to various sources, it should be in the much older ruins beyond the Elder City, right on the edge of the mountain, beyond the Mountains of Madness. It was built over a location deeply shunned by the Elder Things, and built long before the colossal city Dr. Dyer and his team explored. Now we set foot upon lands no one has ever seen before, a vast mass of dry land around the South Pole which rose from the primal waters when the Old Ones seeped down from the stars. A place so evil, most of the arcane sources hesitated to record it at all. Whilst some murals within the Elder City depicted it with obvious repugnance and trepidation. Yes. Yeah, we're also getting into like Lovecraftian writing. Okay, so none of that really helps with the thing. What is this? 203649. Now we're close to what we have been looking for. During the adaptation session we hold here in the meeting room, I feel guidance of some sort, something pointing towards the destination we seek. This could mean we are now in sync with the ancient source. The wearable Conarium we are carrying on our left arms connects us and thus receives sensations from the same ancient source. And sometimes I wonder whether there has ever been another soul during humanity's relatively brief period of existence who was able to achieve such a feat. Within some shunned and elusive sources I've gathered from around the world, it is said that the extraterrestrial species, the Elder Thing race, built it after passing through a stage of mechanized life on other planets, but its purpose remains unclear. Okay, that's a very, like, somewhat terrifying rejection sound. Open that? No? Alright. Maybe we could use a Conarium on this thing. I thought the Conarium was like the device, but it appears to be this thing instead. Oh, okay. I guess not. Oh, that's how you adjust it with the... I didn't even realize that. You can adjust... I was using the mouse purely for this stuff, but you can adjust it with, the keys. I'm gonna do this. It seems like when I got it working last time and it started like speaking at me, I just did it by chance and automatically reacted. Similar to how I broke that lock yesterday. I just happened to stumble upon it. There we go. Okay, what do we got going on here? Oh, it is a head. With 3 eyes. Yes, hello. I'm interested in what you have to say.
Who are you?
I'm Frank. Frank Gilman.
Is that so?
Is there a problem with that?
My name is Frank Gilman, an anthropologist joining this expedition upon the invitation by Venerable Dr. Faust himself.
It's like one of those AIs that you chat, one of those chat bots.
Claiming that it's me. That's absurd. Why?
Maybe it is you. You were claiming that you're me, Frank Gilman, but you are just a machine. Where's everybody? You know, Dr. Faust. Okay, okay, Frank, tell me, why are you here exactly? Let me ask where everybody is.
Where is everybody?
They are here.
Okay.
I don't see anybody around. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Frank. Tell me, why are you here exactly?
No answer, eh?
I am here because of my extensive knowledge on the human pineal gland. I
What?
am one of the Conarians.
Conarium?
Takes a little while for it to register.
Voyagers beyond.
Beyond? What beyond? No answer.
Mm-hmm. What do you know about Dr.
What
Faust?
do you know about Dr. Faust?
He is the grand mastermind and the pioneer of this expedition.
You're claiming that you are me, Frank Gilman, but you are just a machine.
Processing.
And you are just air.
Oh, I just get dissed.
Air? What do you mean by that?
Yes, yes, come on.
It doesn't
Come on
answer
now.
me.
Oh, okay. It's just snippety. Alright. I guess that's it for you. It's a secret, so I guess it has no... Oh, hey. Hey! Why didn't I see that before? God damn it. I've missed so much. And usually I'm a little bit more detail-oriented. But yeah, this looks like the thing that'll get us into either the container or the elevator. But yeah, good thing we went back down there. We learned a little bit from Mr. Head. Okay. Time to test it out. Let's see what we could do. There we go. So what is this? Oh, that does not look good. I don't know if we want to go messing with this thing. Some sort of spores will burst from it and cultivate some sort of alien life within me. Yeah, I don't know about that. I've seen enough alien movies to know where this is going. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right. Rip Frank. He's not surviving this one. It's all locked. Cat, save me. What? I'm sorry, I can't understand you. Oh god. Oh no. Yeah, breathing in plant spores can't be good, I agree. It is the very least good thing, especially when you're dealing with aliens, that I can imagine. And it's growing! Great! Oh, I love it. Why don't we close the door? There you go. What? Oh, it broke through the door, alright. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. What just happened? Did we become enlightened? Or is that a hallucination? Plant, what does the plant do? Okay, the plant is still there. Why do we do that? Let's just close that. What is this?
Who is this? It's impossible to determine with so much decomposition.
He looks like one of the androids in Alien Isolation. Oh, but we got the key, though. Alright, cool. Oh god, that is a long note. No. I found an anonymous note. We finally finished excavating the monolith. Ooh, monoliths are good. That was silently waiting for a soul to see it again. Situated within the circular building we reached with the link elevator. That magnificent piece of carving was buried halfway down under a mound of debris, and most probably could have been written in the earliest pages of history. I cannot describe exactly my feelings for the first time when I stood aghast, contemplating that gigantic stonework inside those time-worn halls of silence. Only God knows how many ages have passed since its initial carving. Just thinking about its age sends shivers down my spine. Which civilization could have constructed such grandeur, now waving a forlorn goodbye without giving away secrets of its masters? Furthermore, even though most of them are damaged beyond repair, we spotted some symbols resembling the rock art of the Sahara Desert in southeast Algeria. We don't have any strong evidence to suggest anything, but Cornell Blanc clings mostly to the continental drift theory. In any case, we don't have enough data on its age, but it is evident that history needs to be rewritten again. I don't know about rewriting history. It seems dangerous.
Yes. These are the pre-human species we found frozen in a cave far south of the base. Oh, yes.
Oh, because they're all the same.
Human species we found frozen in a cave far south of the base.
Yep, that is some good stuff. Definitely things I want to mess with. Yeah, let's get out of the plant spore room. That seems like a good idea. I don't know what the key unlocks. Is it the... Okay, it's this room. Alright. I don't know what this chromatic aberration is, but I don't like it. Oh god. Alright, walk it off. Walk it off. Is it this? Yeah, I thought it was that.
I believe no more can we harbor ourselves on the safest shores, for there are things that cannot be undone. I think you should retire to your room. I'm going to think a bit more.
Creepy. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Can't read that. Lots of maps. Clearly this area has been explored before. So we just like travel to the past, or oh god. Look, it's so loud. Turn your music down, Grandpa. This looks like the house in Resident Evil 7. Hey, wasn't that picture in oh, I've seen that picture before, but I was thinking it was in Layers of Fear, but Layers of Fear is a different one. That's the sleep paralysis picture. I don't know what that is. Somebody kneeing another man in the back while naked. Yeah, we sure do live in a shit house.
Locked.
Guess there's not much to explore here. We should look into some renovations, I think.
Locked. It's locked.
Alright. Okay, well, the west wing is a little bit better. But there seems to be like some sort of pedal problem. Well, that was a magical journey. Now what do we have here? Pronunciation of the Zasis. I don't know what the Zasis are or how to pronounce that, but alright. Dr. Barlow's note on the Deversahe mixture. Deversahe, the legendary drink of the oldest myths. I heard about this elusive mixture decades ago when I was writing my thesis on Saliva Divinorum, also known as the Sage of the Diviners. The entheogenic plant used mostly in religious or shamanic ceremonies. For centuries, no one could gather any information about it other than its legendary, mystical, psychoactive properties. Maybe that's the plant that we breathe the spores in for? In some sources, it was a drink of the gods, while in others, a key for opening gates to places that lie beyond the conventional human senses. The sole bridge to be passed in order to leave the bodily restrictions of the flesh. Most scholars would kill even for a hint about one of its lost ingredients. That's something I was on the lookout for throughout my career. A new formula is forming in my mind. I feel like there's a chance for me to produce, if not the original, then a variant of the legendary mixture, Deversahe, with the new clues I've uncovered during my work here. I guess that's it. He's been brewing it up. Ooh, I like that sketch. A golem, somewhat humanoid form. These sculptures initially reminded us of the terracotta army sculpture. Really? Really? Maybe in their layout? But I'm not getting a terracotta feel from that, but alright. Carved as funerary art. Buried with the first emperor of China, protected and the afterlife. But judging by the writings on some of the bas-reliefs, now we believe that these wooden puppets or golems were used to carry out some tasks for their masters, just like the Egyptian Ushabtiu. Oh man, there's weird names in this game. Funerary figurines, which are the servants of their owner in the hereafter. We saw the golems in several sizes, and it was terrifying to see the huge ones sitting in silence on the carved and polished rock stools as if waiting for command. Ooh, well, nice faces. There are lots of gateways leading to the dark and damp corridors that were mostly carved in the ages past. Some of them were covered by the strange ivy-like plants swaying back and forth. Despite there being no external force to move them, they seem to come from levels below, creeping through crevices in the rock walls. To stop probable superstitious gossip amongst the crew, Dr. Barlow, our botany expert, personally started to examine them. The first submarine explorations revealed what was lying in the underwater caves. The most striking features were the structures with openings in them. Like doors and windows, they made us wonder whether those caverns had been carved underwater or if they had been submerged at a later date, and thus had become redundant to those who had carved them. Oops. Yeah, let's just take that. New trophy item. Oh, hey. There's a stick for the elevator. Cool. Yeah, we gotta be a little more thorough. I feel ashamed that I missed, like, the stick and other things earlier. I guess getting into the game, it's hard to know what you can interact with, from afar, anyway. Obviously, when you get close enough to it, you see the little icon. But you got, because even like from back here, the icon doesn't pop up, so you gotta get a little closer. Okay, yep, spores still floating around, cool. So how did that, when we opened the plant container and the spores came out, how did the other door open when it was previously locked? Did the cat open it? I noticed the cat had some kind of like freakish beak head, which is probably a hallucination, but still.
Frank, I don't know if you can hear me, but I am trying. Searching is the only way.
Okay. Alright, go keep searching. Do your thing.
Hey! Hey, can you hear me? Damn it! Who was he?
Whomst. Let's go up, sure. I think the towers were ahead. Okay. I can't tell if this is a hallucination or if this is just naturally where the elevator went. Seems a little bit odd. But yeah, alright. Sure, I'll take that, why not? Just make sure I didn't miss anything over here. Also, you know what I forgot to do? The game is probably supremely loud. I'm gonna knock it down by 20% because I was playing music earlier and I usually bump the volume up for that, but I haven't done it since. And we're getting a little louder with like the music and everything, so.
This is amazing. Most of the ground-level structures have been crumbled and rounded from untold eons of savage storms, and thus weathered into shapeless ruins. However, both the ground level and the cavern systems below are clearly displayed in these bas-reliefs. The most striking features depicted in this grand panorama, I believe, are the tall, occasional towering spires, which somehow resemble a lighthouse. They all seem like focusing a light beam towards a colossal structure in the center. Could there be some sort of religious meaning behind this? Or simply something that has a more practical use? I'm not sure.
Yeah, me neither. But it's those goddamn pyramids. And those things. I guess those are the lighthouses. I couldn't tell if they were like figures in the distance or that. Yes, yes. Focusing the beam. But where to? Oh, hey. Okay, I guess this is one of the towers. We have to fulfill the prophecy. Okay. So, can we do anything with this? I picked up that rod thing earlier. It looks like it was supposed to go in something. So we walk awfully slow in here. Maybe it's cold. Okay, I don't think I see anything. That is fascinating, though. But where would I use it, though? What was the thing I picked up? Heavy metallic object judging by its shape. It could be a key, a handle, or a lever of some sort. Ah, yes, of course. I'm trying to think. Did we see something in one of the other rooms that could have used it? I don't think so. The only two things that had holes were the plant container and the elevator. Okay. I'm gonna start heading back, I guess. Oh, can we keep going up? I suppose not. Maybe we could have gone down in the other area. Let's see. Oh, we can. Maybe. Yeah. Good. Very good. So all hope is not lost yet. Ooh. More ruins. Very interesting. Hey, the hatchet. I'll just hang on to that. There's some strange vegetation filling most of the hallways, as amazing as it is deadly. There's a hidden world right beneath the Upuaut base. Even though I was prepared to find such a place, it was way different than imagining alone. We tried to cut our way through, but the plant reacted with a highly poisonous gas. Oh boy. Seemingly coming from its glowing buds. I issued a warning to stop anyone going near any of these plants they came across in any of those caverns. I also noticed a strange phenomenon after I spent some time examining a sample from the plant. It occurred to me that individual vines grow and shrink in length on demand. It also seems that though it can move, even though there are no... Seems as though it can move even though there are no air currents. Oh yeah, somebody mentioned that earlier. This movement seems too regular to be caused by natural factors. This may sound strange, but I have a notion that it is conscious, at least on some level. It's like the
Hey,
plant.
anyone here?
What would give you evidence that there would be somebody in here?
Dr. James? Dr. Morgan? Anybody? Where are they, for God's sake?
It's like he hasn't cried out for anyone in any of the other places, which all would have been more viable to actually, you know, have people in there.
Blocking the way.
Maybe we should start cutting it.
These plants release a poisonous gas when cut.
Ooh, he's smart. He's smart. I was wondering. Alright. They kind of remind me of the spore plant anyway. Kind of reminds me of the plant from the original Star Trek. The one, wasn't it? It was the one, there was two plants I remember in, that like shot out crap. There was the one that made you like part of a collective happy cult. And that was the one where Spock got infected and he was like super happy and then he was fighting. Kirk's big plan was to like get on board the ship and then bring Spock up there by like making him angry and just like insulting the shit out of him. That was one plant. And then the other one I think just like killed a red shirt as usual. That was the one where the giant snakehead demanded offerings. And that's where that thing goes. Maybe a little more? No, okay. The vines just receded, I suppose. I'm not too sure if that was a result of the... I guess it was the light beam. Maybe that controlled where the light shone. Oh, pods? Oh boy, now we're talking. Oh, okay. Oh. Here we got some excellent sculptures. This is what I'm talking about. This is Lovecraftian. These ruin areas are great. There's another game coming out that looks... No, actually it doesn't look Lovecraftian at all. It looks like Giger inspired art. H.R. Giger. Which, I mean, I guess sort of has a Lovecraftian look. That is interesting. But, you know, the whole techno-organic thing. I suppose Lovecraftian is just like horror organic. Where'd the head go? There's some sort of time displacement thing going on. Oh, it's back.
What was that I've just seen?
Don't worry about it. But what is the name? What was that game? I think the beta just released recently. But yeah, there's something Giger inspired. Was it Scorn? Or is Scorn the one in hell? I don't remember. One of them was in hell and had vagina monsters, and one looked like a Giger painting brought to life. But two indie games that look relatively interesting that are coming out pretty soon here. Let's walk on the bridge, why not? Okay. Yeah, just get right in there. Let's take this stuff, sure. 5 pieces of stone with different glyphs on them. Okay. And take a little closer look, maybe? Yeah, they do indeed have different glyphs on the... Oh, okay. That's a nice face. Cool. These big open areas. Their potential to hide an assortment of things. Okay, another axe.
If I am not mistaken, this relief depicts that the overgrown floor we came across at the various points in the cavern can be cleared away with an iridescent device, a tool or a talisman. Curiously, we still haven't been able to find the roots of those plants. They seem to seep out of these caverns by passing through crevices which look as if intentionally made for them. What other secrets might these silent halls conceal from us?
Having fun, Professor? That reminds me of kudzu, which is that vine that grows everywhere. It grows up to a foot per day, I believe. And it's very hard to track down the roots. If you kill the root, you kill the plant. So maybe we could do the same here. Oh boy.
As we planned, my team will continue exploration through this gateway. Other expedition parties can commence when ready.
Is that the Stargate? What the hell is it? Oh, okay, it's full now. I like these little trips to the past that we are going on. What can I move? Do I have to watch something? Oh, okay. When I crouched, I was able to move, but not otherwise. I think something glitched. I don't know. I kind of want to look in the center, but there's like so much on the perimeter. I guess we should look at all this stuff first. What was that? Oh. I see.
Looks like something's missing here.
I'll say. Oh, hey. Boy, I don't know what corresponds to what. I guess we have to find an original relief first. I could take a stab at it, I suppose. Where have I seen that symbol before? It seems like oh yeah, it's right over here. But did it have... Well, there's a glyph there, but it's just one. Interesting. Is there anything that signifies potentially what point this is supposed to be on? Doesn't really look like it, does it? There's a slight discoloration up in that corner, but that doesn't really mean anything. I think that's just the texture. Huh. Okay, maybe we should keep walking. We'll find some more clues. Although, what is this?
I need something that can fit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, anything I do with that is just going to be a shot in the dark, so why don't we go back over here, head towards the center, see if we can find something else. Oh. But it's like a real man. Yeah, what is this? We gotta look at that. Okay. Oh. Why don't we close that back up? No? Well, so far I have to say I'm impressed by this game. This is what I look for when I look for a horror game. I don't necessarily look to be scared in most instances, because I was talking about it yesterday. Tension kind of, puts me on edge. you know, if I'm playing a horror game. That's about the most I'll get out of it. But like jump scares don't do anything for me. Spooky atmosphere is like okay, but it can't do that on its own. But when you have unique locations like this, that's sort of I mean, you know, there are elements of realism here, but a lot of this is just foreign. I love to explore these sort of like unique environments that people create with games like this. And besides, I'm a fan of Lovecraft-inspired games. And there's so few, and on top of that, so few of them are good. Like Call of Cthulhu is pretty much shit. We're getting I don't know if it's a remake or what it is, but we're getting another one soon-ish, I guess. Hopefully that one will be decent. But like, Call of Cthulhu was practically AAA. I mean, maybe double A, but it certainly wasn't an indie game. And that was just awful. Even without the glitches, I don't think it was that great, but yeah, with all the glitches and everything, it's absolutely terrible. But this is a lot more impressive so far.
Symbols we've seen in strangely carved niches all around here matches with what is written in the oldest parchment. I believe uncertainly that they represent a destination towards somewhere significant.
Maybe this is the correspondence we're looking for. It does have the 5 points. I mean, it's not laid out exactly like the star, but copied down the glyphs. Okay, well, that's good. I've seen a vision near the rock tablet in a place that looks somewhat like an ancient burial ground. And there was a diagram consisting of several glyphs carved on that rock's polished surface, and one glyph in particular was mentioned by the silhouette that appeared in the vision. I've copied down the diagram and marked that glyph. Why that one in particular, though? I guess because it was commented on, but what's the significance? Well, let's go back over here and see if we could put the glyphs in that particular fashion. Maybe that will unlock something for us. I could run over there, why not? It's a little bit lopsided, but it is sort of the star shape, so... No, we need journal. Let me just see something here. So, just want to make sure that it's not in a pattern that's too foreign. So I got Sun Hill on the bottom. Okay, hold on. Let's see. There we go. Maybe we turn this now? Let's give it a shot. Ah. Something's happening. I don't know what. Did that open something? Oh, okay. Ah, yes. It looks like an onigiri. Or a jelly donut if you're 4 kids. I guess we'll walk through here. It seems like there was something I didn't look at. But... hey, it's a new area. That's the first time I see it. I mean, there's probably autosaves prior to this, but that's the first time I noticed it. Oh look, we have a face. We're human after all. Well, that's interesting.
Frank, can you hear me?
Oh, thank God. Yes, I can hear you.
Finally. It seems the effect of the mixture starts to wear off. Frank, heed me carefully. Time is running out, so I must be brief. Where exactly are you?
I don't know exactly where I am.
Dr. Faust, is that you? I'm inside the caves below the base. Where are you?
Listen, I cannot talk much. I know that you are having trouble remembering, but you must keep going. Use one of the submarines and follow the light.
Do you hear me?
Okay.
Come on, please. Where are you? Damn it. The connection is lost. He said I have to keep going. Why? Where are they?
Hey, a thing. It's a smaller version of the one I saw in the initial cavern. Small, exactly what I said. Small version of the gigantic statue I saw before. It's beautifully carved out of a metal I can't identify. Additionally, it looks like it was made true to the minute details of the bigger one. Actually, it looks a little more detailed. You know what? That's gonna bug me because there's like trophy items and little secrets and stuff like that. I think I want to go back through the Onigiri and let's go back to the burial area real quick before I move on. Just see if there's anything interesting over there.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Okay, thank you, Alexa. I didn't even ask you a question, but all right. I forget to turn that off when I'm streaming. Sometimes she just sort of like talks as if I was talking to her. How do I feel about the story so far? Mysterious, vague. Hey, look, a thing. Definitely. Hold on. An ornamental metallic object with an elder sign. A sign used for protection from powerful entities carved on one of its faces. The story is, yeah, it's supposed to be, I'm guessing, just like very mysterious, not supposed to be very prominent. So there's not much story to speak of. You have several things that kind of introduce you or start off the story, like the Conarium device, which we know absolutely nothing of at the moment. And that it takes place in the world of Lovecraft. So, you know, there's the Miskatonic University, there's the Shaggoth, and all that glorious, you know, weird stuff. So you can kind of take into account a lot of Lovecraft stories, but it's basically building off of that. So I feel like a lot of the background and the lore is already pre-established, and it's good for people that know the stories, or at least very, you know, somewhat familiar with them. But it's a little on the light side and a little more vague for people that aren't familiar with Lovecraft's works. I don't mind it. I don't mind there being a whole lot of story. I'm more enthralled by the exploration, and kind of the drive to see more. So that's kind of what's wanting me to, you know, keep playing as opposed to the story itself. So I suppose you could say that's a bit of a failure on the plot's part, but I honestly don't mind it. I don't see it as a failing of any sort. Like I said, though, I'm a fan of Lovecraft works. and just the style and the themes. So I'm just excited to be playing something that's decent that has to do with, you know, Lovecraft stuff. We kind of got a little bit of a Lovecraft theme out of Bloodborne a couple years back, which I like that, but obviously that's uses it more as a backdrop as opposed to like a setting. Is that like a better flashlight? I guess not. We finished tweaking the submarines one last time, and again they are ready enough for the next uncertain voyage ahead. This time we will also mark the way with light sources to make it easier for the later expeditions. In a short while, all members of the primary underwater exploration party, led by Dr. James Barlow, will head for the next destination, which appears to be towards the mythical entrance of the legendary Netherworld. But again, I wonder whether we are looking for something that is not to be found. After all I've experienced, read, and studied here, after all those sleepless nights spent discussing the laws of nature and how to bend them, what lies beyond, and how to reach a certain state to see more without eyes. Even I cannot help but think this journey may easily lead straight to hell, but we have to go through it all in search of answers. Dr. Morgan C. Blake. And then we got more little alien pod statues. I found a note. Were those maze-like tunnels flooded at some point in time, or were they carved underwater? Didn't we bring this up before? This was the main topic of debate at last night's meeting, and what Dr. Faust hinted at on various occasions, cited from a dark leather-bound book, was too frightening, at least for the ones who could understand the underlying links. The megalithic statues, ornate standing stones, and the flat areas of polished rock we could see at some points made us think that this place could be a religious temple complex of some sort. Cannot imagine what it looked like in its former days, for now it lies in ruins, bare and without any sign of underwater fauna or flora. Another note. It is possible to assume that due to volcanic activities in the Earth's crust, the climate here is humid in temperature. But we do not know exactly whether this is the case. That theory somehow explains the nature of those small scattered fragments of obsidian along with the cryptic stone wall that welcomes you when entering via the round gate. As men of science, we cannot fully grasp most of the phenomena happening around us. No apparent sign has been left behind, indicating the true motives of the carvers of these inconceivably old caverns. All I am sure of is that this place holds something strange. Grasping the soil here firmly in both hands gives me a rudimentary sensation I cannot translate into words. Something I'm sure no other mortal man has hitherto perceived. Oh yeah, gotta get that old English dialect. Okay. I don't know about that wing at the bottom, I don't know what that is, but this is like a live rendering of the pod statuette. So they're like walking fin tentacle plants. That's great. I hope we get to find some soon. Okay. So, are the submarines up ahead? I guess. There's like a huge body of water. Oh boy, we gotta go underwater. Sure, yeah, I feel like we've discovered all we can here. Oh, okay. Actually get to interact with that, do we? You like it so far? Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I'm digging it. Move forwards, backwards, ascend, descend. It's like a little orange thing down there. I don't know if that's something we can mess with or what. So I don't want to like crash the sub into any sort of surface, so. I guess those are the lights that they fixed up, maybe? Let's not go too fast now. Ooh hoo hoo. Oh yeah, you know the underwater stuff has got to be great. These statues. Which probably look like Dagoth, according to the description in the book. I think, didn't he have the like a fish head and giant arms? Oh, I'm pressing the C to descend based on other games that use a sort of vehicle system. But we need to hit control. So give me a sec here. Can we fit through here? I don't know the size of our submarine. I guess if the window fits, then we fit. I'll just go with that. Oh wait, there's a note there. Radio? Wait, I want to read the note though. What? Okay, yeah, that's weird. It's also distracting while I try to read this. Dolphin, highly maneuverable, compact exploration submarine. Submarine schematics. Follow the lights. A drawing. Blueprint drawing of the submarine control room. Water lights. Okay. So it's just an overview. Let's continue. I think we've been doing pretty good following the lights. Whoa, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is not good. What did we get hung up on? We need to rise. Oh, left shift is up. Okay. I was hitting Alt. Okay, so you can take damage. We were doing pretty good, but I hit something. I didn't even know we were hung up on anything. Trying to be conscious of the full size of the submarine, but that would be so shitty from a design aspect, like a gameplay design aspect. Oh crap. Oh crap. If you had to worry about the full submarine, that I feel like the developers probably wouldn't have included anything like that. Okay. Got some Dagoths to greet us. I can't see the next marker. Oh, okay, there it is. All right. Not that fast, no. No. There we go. I'm just really wary that there's going to be a sharp turn at some point. But I don't know, it looks like we're making some decent progress here. Into the stone hole. What's this? This looks more modern than anything. Whoa. Okay, alright. Cinematic. Something just released a bunch of bubbles, or okay. I couldn't tell if it was a school of fish or bubbles, but yeah, it was a giant, like, squid octopus thing. So, that's cool. This turned into the aquatic venture of the last human. I wonder if we're gonna have to fight stuff. Via submarine. Looks like we're coming up on some kind of citadel structure, perhaps. Yeah, we are at full speed. We are living dangerously. Oh boy. Oh no.
No!
Mm-hmm. So, what now? Are we dead? Don't walk towards the light. Oh, we're back at base. Hey, Blake, is your head still in here? Oh. It's not set up yet. The notes are, though. It's good that we can still rummage in the past. Oh, there's the head. I'll get that set up eventually.
Locked.
Oh, hey. Alright, what about my room?
Locked.
Why is my room always locked? Found a note written by Dr. Faust. The power of this place, I believe, is too strong for the mind and body. At the least, it disorients the feelings, bodily functions, and even more so, powers of judgment. Nevertheless, I didn't expect or even prepare for what had happened during the session we held 2 days ago. Frank was not able to rise from the deep. Still, what strikes me the most is his contorted look and his speech when he came back to life. It was only subtle, but I was able to detect it. Doubtlessly, the revulsion of feeling was apparent in his countenance. There was something unnatural, something bizarre behind his marbled eyes. It seemed that he saw the deepest time frame we had been searching for a long time. I cannot be so sure that, for his consciousness may have been hindering the flow of communication, but it is still highly possible. His speech, even though it was almost indiscernible, seemed awkward and foreign. The pronunciation was barbarously alien, and his dictation had a curiosity, stilted quality. Yeah, that was right. Beyond any doubt, the speaker was not Frank. I tried to speak to him, but he seemed unaware of me, kept looking at a certain point on the wall in the front. What I discerned from his speech was long-dead language that only a few people know today, myself included. Diseases. Oh yeah, we saw the book about that earlier. So I was the sole person who understood what he had said, and I will keep it that way until everything is settled. Past 2 nights, Frank has woken up screaming, covered in a cold sweat, unable to remember the contents of his dreams. The things that caused him to scream intensely enough to render Mr. Barlow speechless. I will consult PK about this event as soon as possible. Take care, E. Warren Ross.
It's stuck.
Okay. Phonograph cylinder. I wonder if that goes... Oh. Okay, he's just gone now. Phonograph cylinder of the song Kakani Demun by J.S. Bach. Trophy item. I don't know what that says. That's cool though. Everything's rendered in such detail. Hey, the king in yellow. I wonder if we could put that other cylinder on this thing.
2 days ago, Frank most probably could have reached the intended time period. Among all the Conarian arts, he is the most, how should I say it, gifted. But unfortunately, his heart ceased beating all of a sudden. This was most unfortunate, because when he came back, he doesn't remember anything specific. I believe there is no other way than increasing the intake dosage of the mixture. Very dangerous, but this seems the only way to raise the time limit and awareness in the sessions.
Alrighty then.
It's stuck.
I guess it requires a key of some sort, but nothing that I've been able to find. Just in case, you never know. Oh.
Where am I? How did I get here? When?
Yeah, it seemed pretty bad. We were assaulted by a squidopus of some sort, and the submarine seemingly was destroyed, but here we are. Hold on, I'm getting a text. More Halloween well wishes. When did Halloween become a well wishing holiday?
To other expedition parties. Is there anyone who can read me? One person is dead, and 2 others have been injured by the partial ice cave collapse. There is something here with us. Do not come through our expedition route. I repeat, do not come through our expedition route.
Yes, I read you. This is Frank. For God's sake, what happened? And please, tell me where I can find you.
Frank, do not stray from your path. We have come across something terrible.
Ooh, do tell.
Do not come here through our expedition route, no matter what happens. It looks like this fiendish netherworld depends on some kind of energy. An energy that is stored in curious stoneworks similar to an obelisk with crystals on top. And they are able to clear away some of the strange plants.
Yes, I did that before.
Dr. Faust?
Oh, okay.
Dr. Faust? Oh, come on, not again. This is nonsense. I cannot understand what is going on.
Yeah, wasn't he telling me to go forward? Okay, whatever. It's probably like some possession thing going on. Some sort of ancient eldritch horror has possessed him and it's driving me forward. But then the real Faust breaks through every once in a while. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool. I think I saw those earlier, but they were on a much smaller scale, so I wasn't too sure that it was supposed to be something horrifying. But it is indeed just that. So we got... we could go this way, or we could go down this archway. What's this? Oh god, look at that. Look at that glow on his face. Skin is porcelain white. Kinda inclined to look up here a bit since it was closer. Oh look. It's another tower maybe?
As I predicted, a race reptilian in physiology lived inside these ruins after the original builders. The Elder Things left the area after some unknown cataclysmic event, now lost in an archaic and lost chapter of Earth's history. This relief depicts some reptilian creatures treating an Elder Thing with reverence. And the other relief with 4 tall figures, I believe symbolizes empty vessels. Golems. We've seen the same vessel figures depicted as assuming different roles several times in most of the murals or reliefs we've come across so far.
Fascinating. So, oh.
I can't move it. The ice on the track is obstructing the movement.
Yeah, we need to put it back in the center. Otherwise, what will reflect the beams of light and focus it into the center and, you know, do the thing. Whatever it's apparently supposed to do. Can we break this up, maybe? Let's see. First time we actually get to use the axe, potentially. There we go.
It won't budge.
Hold on. There we go. We have to finish what we started. No, no, no. Out there. Alright. This is part 1 done, I suppose. So I was having trouble distinguishing what they were talking about with the elder things earlier in the writings, but I guess the pod winged things, those are the elder things. So that's interesting. And then we already discussed the golems before, and the lizard people. Wouldn't be complete without lizard people. Uh-oh. Kind of want to explore in every little path, just in case there's something to investigate, but I don't know. There's an awful lot of plants. I'm sure they wouldn't make you sift through all that crap. But then again, maybe they would. What's this? Oh. It's just a cutaway path. I guess they all link together anyway. Oh man, is that a lizard person? Or just a statue?
Looks like something's missing here.
Looks like a staff. Fascinating. Okay, so we need something that emanates a light, more than likely, so it could clear the vines. There was another path, so maybe we could look down there real quick. That's probably what we're looking for. Okay, let's go back down. No, it's like, yeah, the light before was blue, but I guess it's pink when it's dormant. I don't know. There's some good looking lizard people. Oh man, I wonder if they're that big or if they're like normal size. Oh! Oh! Oh, they're kind of normal size. They're still pretty big though. It's reminiscent of Prometheus when they're having visions or like echoes, like time echoes of the space jockeys running through the hallways. It was a good movie. Everybody shits on Prometheus because it was like open-ended and other stuff.
This stone
Dumb attributes for characters, but I didn't feel like any of that ruined the movie really. Alien Covenant, that one was stupid. It had its moments. It was okay, but that was a dumb movie. Game really develops a nice atmosphere. It does. It really does. I'm a fan of the look, the visual style. You know how deep we get into this. Oh
The
god.
same set of symbols we've seen in strangely carved niches all around here matches with what is written in the oldest parchment. I believe uncertainly that they represent a destination towards somewhere significant.
Journal's been updated. Okay. I really haven't been reading the journal.
Can you hear?
Oh no, we don't need to read that. I thought that would just move to the next page. This is just a recording of what we've already heard. Okay, I thought it might be like personal notes. Okay. I've yet to recognize a correspondence of any of this. Can we move these, or I suppose not.
This stone is illegible. There's no glyph on this stone.
Why don't we take it? Move it somewhere else.
I don't remember this symbol.
I don't remember it either.
That glyph doesn't ring any bells.
Okay, but what about this one? We've seen this one.
This symbol is exactly the same with the one I saw in the vision about repetition of specific symbols within the caverns below the base.
Oh, okay, so we take the ones on the symbols that we recognize. Okay, fair enough. Or just one. Oh, but where do we put it? We've got 3 heads to choose from. We've got little face, bird, lizard, and a big face. We only took the one too, so I mean, cool, I guess. Where do we take this thing? In here? I am slightly confused, but that's okay. Reddish crystal stone from the vision. I'm just looking at everything in detail, just in case that's something pertinent, but ooh, I don't know. Now, wasn't there a door in here that was like locked or something?
This stonework seems weak.
Oh. Well, maybe we can fix that. There we go. Get the shit out of it. Come on. Okay, there we go. I think we're good now. Oh. I don't like the look of some of this. Let's see what's in here first. Oh, oh god, what is this? Read description. Okay, tell me about this. Feathered mask I took from the head of one of the skeletons sitting silently in their eternal resting places. Signs of color that can be seen on the now solidified feathers make me think of how flamboyant it might once have been. Sure, why not? Let's just pillage corpses. It is humanoid, though. I expected it to be on a lizard person. That won't get us in deep trouble. I'm not too sure if they have a concept of ghosts. Well, we did see the thing in the crypt a while back that was floating, and then the zombie corpse thing came out of the coffin. They're like glass coffins. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know if that's a mask or a full head, but either way, that is something else. What is that? I don't like it. I don't like the look of it. Oh, it looks bad.
The bas reliefs explored in the seemingly oldest structure, which had been weathered into shapeless ruins ages ago, we learned that these reptilian creatures were the inhabitants of this eon-dead city. But while some of them were enshrouded in special coffins, these are standing still, glued to their vertical rock coffins with an awful-looking ooze. Curiously, they were firmly placed in the niches on some of the walls.
It is curious. Okay, so this is the reptilian thing. Oh, and these have masks. The other one, skeleton had one, but it was humanoid. This is obviously reptilian. Yeah, that is. Ooh. I don't know that I like the look of that. That's something else. Oh, okay. Vines again, huh?
These ivy-like plants are blocking the way.
Well, what can we do about that? We need a light. Does that do anything? Can we equip that? Nah, I can't do anything with that. Can I give you something? Your hands are in like a weird position. Almost like I could place something in them, but I suppose not. Oh, we can climb up that, alright. Not that it went anywhere, but, you know, thought that counts. Well, it would appear there's nothing to do in this particular cavern, so... I think we'll have to leave it for now. What was that? That little altar? Nothing over there, though. Ooh, it moves. Look at that. The moving goo. Okay. Was this... This isn't the one we took the mask off of, is it? Very similar, but, yeah, we took the mask off of that one. I guess he wasn't special enough to have a mask. What am I stuck on? Oh. Wait, no, I'm still stuck. Maybe... I don't know. It's like maybe we could take this, but then if we take this, wouldn't the vines grow back? Let's get the hell out of here. Oh no! Oh, we made it! Nice. What? What'd you do? What was that? I see. It's charging itself? Maybe? Can't tell if it's giving power to the lamps or taking it. I guess it would be taking it. That would make more sense. It probably has a limited battery or something. Let's take it over to the vines. See if we could do something with that. Be gone. Cool. Oh, that's our flashlight. Oh wait, no it isn't. It just happened to be reflecting on the gem. Okay, let's put that away for now, just in case it is limited. Oh, that one doesn't have a mask. Ooh. They've got, like, weird eyes. What was that? Oh, the vines are back. Okay. Oh no. It's out of power. Did we have any lamps back here? Yeah, we do. Okay, cool. Give it to me. Okay, let's quickly run through. It seems to drain pretty quickly without its staff. Okay, what is this? Chamber room. Yeah. I don't like the circular patterns, it's weird. Oh yeah, alright, yeah, let's just stick our hand right in it. Or something. Huh? Start drawing a line. Just connect the dots. Okay, so. I'm sure we're supposed to make that one particular symbol that we picked up. Was it on the stone? Give me your power. That didn't show off anything, did it? It doesn't look like it. Okay, let's bring up the journal. Do my drawings, maybe? How the hell am I supposed to create that? If even. I'm not even sure that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Why don't I take this? Is there anything I could learn from this? Oh god, no. Okay. Oh yeah, what about the Conarium device? Let's see. No, I don't know what the Conarium device does. Jack shit, apparently. Can we access the journal from here? We can't, damn it. Yeah, I don't think it's possible to create that pattern. Maybe it really just is connect the dots. Okay. Yeah, no, okay. I'm like, that looks good. Okay, I don't understand this. Does that work? Should it look like one of those glyphs we saw earlier? That's what I was thinking, but there's no visible way to create that pattern with the dots provided. Finish drawing. What do you mean finish drawing? I guess that's how you draw between 2 points when it's connected. Yeah, that's what I was assuming earlier. But the one that we seem to be pointed to, it does not look like it matches. Maybe the one on the top left, perhaps? Okay, fine. As soon as I let go, it seems to stop, so that's cool. Let me take a look at what it looks like again. So down, maybe, hold on. That doesn't really look like it though. It most resembles the one in the top left, like the dot pattern, but even that is a stretch. And like this doesn't even match. I don't know. See if there's some other kind of hint here. Or let's see. Dr. Faust remarks about the mummified reptilian creature. While some of them were enshrouded, special coffins, vertical coffins, an awful looking ooze curiously some of the permanent niches in the walls. Yeah, that doesn't really help. I don't know. Here, I got an idea. Why don't we take the axe? I thought he was actually going to hit it for a second, and then it just brings us right into it. I'm wondering, is there a clue I'm missing from somewhere? What the hell was that? I think the only reason those lamps are in there is so I could, like, easily get back out. No, select it. I'm gonna go back out real quick and see if there's maybe something I missed. Perhaps. Nothing's really standing out aside from, you know, the lizard people. I should go back, maybe, to the gemstone room and take a good look at the symbol that corresponded to the gemstone I took out. I just, when I looked at it before, I just recognized that, oh, that's one of the ones I've seen, but I didn't really give it much thought past that. So maybe it's connected. I don't know. Where is the gemstone room? That's where the door was locked, so it's not that. It's not back there, or is it back here? Yeah, this is all too far. Oh, here it is. I'm surprised there was nothing else to do in here. Oh great, now I don't remember which one it was. Might have been that one, but then these three look the same too. Interesting. Do we have a save option here? Oh, we do have a save. I haven't saved the game this whole time. It's just been auto-saving. Well, let's see if there's something else in here, something I missed. Nah, it's just another skull. Or, you know, skeleton. I guess the full body's there, not just the head. Well, I was thinking this was going to be a multi-parter anyway, so it's getting about close to when I usually quit. And I got some other stuff to do. So I might come back to this and just stop it at this particular point. Maybe we could come back to it with fresh eyes. Perhaps I'm overlooking something. I just love the gooey sounds. It's good. Sounds good. Oh, hey, you know what? Maybe we can make a star. There's the 5-point thing. Can't ignore the 5 points. That's what they told me. Yeah, pull it out. Oh, come on. It's already drained. Gimme. Out of the way. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything over here. Man, that would suck if the light ran out on the crystal and I got stuck in there. And you can't really make 5 points with this, can you? I suppose it could, but... You can select them individually. Oh, come on. But then it immediately deletes it. I don't know. It's weird. I might, cause it's already getting a little late. Like I said, I got a couple things to do, so I might just save here. We come back later on. I don't know, I'm really liking it so far, though. I dig it. I dig the game. But, yeah, this is a weird point right here. Yeah, I don't really see anything. I mean, aside from, like, the 3 giant mummified corpses. Is there something on the ceiling? No? Oh, well. That's alright. We'll come back to this some other time. Probably sooner than later. I think I want to get back to this relatively quickly. But it's good. I dig it. Oh, man. But, yeah, hopefully that was spoopy enough for you guys. It's a good time, good game. We'll do more. I might even do it as soon as tomorrow. If not, then I want to do Haunting Grounds. I want to do some of that stuff, get it out of the way. Metal Gear I've been holding off on. So we could probably do that next week as opposed to this week. We'll save this for the horror games, I suppose. But yeah. More Conarium. Possibly tomorrow. It's a good game. I dig it. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. I will be back tomorrow. And maybe we'll see you then. So, everyone have a good night. We'll see you later. Take care.